Amazon timer.
Timer for how long?
1 hour. Amazon 1 hour.
1 hour. Starting now.
Escape. R table track 1.
Hello, this is Awesome Sauce Radio. You're listening to us on Demon Seed Radio, www.demonseedradio.com, SoundCloud /Awesome Sauce, YouTube /Blind Adam, MiniVids /Blind Adam, or Instagram at Comic Pimp VIP, Twitter at the Comic Pimp, eBay /Blind Adam. It's been one hell of a week, and I'm going to shout out a couple sponsors. Key Collector Comics, www.keycollectorcomics.com. One of the best comic book apps on the market. They're $1.99 a month, $20 a year. If you want the free week on the house, just type in Blind Adam on all one word. That's Blind Adam, one word. Tell Nick he's got to cosplay as Wolverine when conventions come back. Stop being a bitch. You're a bitch. I'm mega bitch. I'm a bitch. Mega bitch. Yeah. You need to use the awesome powers of Wolverine. Like I said, I'm just having one of those days where I don't want to test my luck, and that's why I don't have computer be running for most of the sound stuff I would be playing. I also forgot to pick up batteries, so I'm just going to do the best I can. Please tune in Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern on the Comic Crusaders YouTube channel. You can also check out Pimping the Long Box at www.comiccrusaders, COMICCRUSADERS.com. Check out all the other amazing articles and podcasts there. Of course, check out www.demonseedradio.com. Thank you guys for giving me a platform and a playground to play on. Love both the networks I'm blessed with God to be a part of. I want to wish everyone a very happy Passover. Let's remember our liberty and our freedom from being enslaved. Let's spend this week with family, with loved ones. Holy shit, a lot has changed in a year. So let's be grateful for the blessings we have and the time we have to spend with loved ones. And I just want to give a shout out to Bad Dragon, www.bad-dragon.com. They're the worldwide champion of the sex toys. You want sex toys? Bad Dragon's got all the sex toys. www.bad-dragon.com. They got rabbits, Yatachis, wands, cock rings, because any cock will do. So you're a couple. You need to spice up the love life in between the sheets. Go to www.baddragon.com. And since you got the toys, you're gonna need the lube. And the official lube of Awesome Sauce Radio is Spunk Lube. Go to www.spunklube.com and tell them Blood Adam sent you. Yeah. I also want to give a shout out to Bird City Comics. Haven't you heard? The bird is the word. Bird is the word. Bird City Comics. where they're giving doses of bird shit and great deals and extreme kick-ass gotta have in your collection or in your portfolio. You got portfolio? Portfolio with the oil? With the oil?
Instagram. Now. Dark Horse Fox 35. I'm sorry, Adam. Can you clarify what title you were asking about?
I'll check in with you in a little bit, Lucas. Sorry about my text-to-speech, totally screwed up. Go to www.birdcitycomics.com. Check out their beautiful, beautiful Great Horn aliens. Number one variant. Their Great Horn variants were Venom vs. Carnage, Punchline. They got some Mega Hutchison. They got it all. Because they got the bird. Bird. Facebook/Bird City Comics. www.birdcitycomics.com. Download list of 3 guys. We'll be in touch. Love you, Laura. Love you, Anthony. Of course, you can always go to, when the strip clubs come back, you can always go to South Irish Gentlemen's Club, 333 East 60th, between 10th and 11th Avenue in New York City. Just Google them. Tell them Blind Adam sent you. Miss and love you guys. Want to give a shout out to Jessica and Matthew. Old college friends who I got in touch with through the beauty of Facebook. Haven't talked to them in 20 years, 10 years when we passed each other in Penn Station. And through the miracle of Facebook and the grace of God, I had a lovely conversation with Jessica. So, thank you for reaching out. You will get this episode, but I want to also give a shout out to, and I'm going to get back to that when I'm done with the last 3 shout outs, because, I want to shout out Rachel. Rachel, the ravishing, talented Rachel, whom without this, everything I do behind the scenes, to keep this podcast up and running, wouldn't be possible. I love you, Rachel, and I thank you for being a part of the Awesome Sauce Radio family. I also want to give a shout out to We Are 321 Music. I hope you got the email, Flint. I also want to, start this off with a moment of silence for a good friend who passed away this week due to COVID complications. He was a comic book dealer in the New York City, New Jersey area. His name was Gustavo File. Gus was a fixture in the New York City comic book scene for a very, very long time. And he passed away last Monday to complications. And, this one really hits home for me. It's one thing to see this shit on TV. When you hear about, deaths on TV, it's just a number. But when it happens to someone you know and you dealt with, he was one of the sweetest, most nicest, most kindest dealers in the room. Whether it was at Big Apple Comic Con and Pod Production, New Jersey Comic Book Show, Comic Con, any kind of convention from the sea to Sonic Sea. Gus, my friend, I thank you for your years of kindness. I thank you for helping me out when I was first getting started back in '96. I know you're up in heaven, watching over us, and I thank you. And we're gonna have a moment of silence. So, Gustavo, File, I miss you, and hopefully I don't know what JP's doing, but hopefully at the April 11th Wayne Expo we're gonna have a nice tribute to you. www.njcomicbookshows.com. Now let's have a moment of silence for Gus. Shalom. Amen. I love you. That is the first part of my wacky whack week. To everyone who tuned in on Tuesday for Tony Fleeks, what you can get on SoundCloud /Awesome Sauce and YouTube /Blind Adam. Your YouTube /Awesome Sauce Radio presented by Blind Adam. That's the way the channel is now. Thank you. We have an amazing guest lined up for this Tuesday, which is the 30th at 9 p.m. Eastern. And you'll have to wait to Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern to see who we got. So please tune on in. I love you guys. Please subscribe. Please share this video if you can. Leave a comment. Tell me how Elliot sucks. Tell me there are hookers in Times Square that suck better than this. And then I'm Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs. I love you all. So now, as I was saying in the shoutouts to Jessica and Matthew, who were my senior year of college, which was in 2001, at Johnson Wales University, Providence, Rhode Island. That's where we met. I forget the name of the hall now. But it was the main freshman hall. MC Mackenzie, maybe? I forget the name of the dorm. The dorm had all sorts of weird fucking names. I was on the first dorm. And there are days that I do miss having a Pepsi machine right across my hall. Because Pepsi's awesome sauce. But that year, 2001, is the year where the comic pimp was born with the Foxy Lady and Flash Dancers and Flash Dancers is in New York, mixing up my strip clubs. Fantasies and Centerfolds. The only one I think that still exists in downtown Providence is probably Foxy. They're all closed now thanks to COVID, but that's another story. Yeah, that's where it is. I started doing conventions on a professional basis with Big Apple, and I think I might have been at Larry Darty conventions over in Boston. I met this really great group of kids at that point, and I'm gonna say when you're disabled and you're losing your sense of your vision, and you first start getting some independence, and you realize that you don't need to be smothered or hauled back, or I always say you don't need sight to have a vision. It's not what happens to you; it's what you do about it. And the greatest lesson I learned at college from Professor Ken Powthut was, there are no limits except for the limits you put upon yourself, so be limitless. Now the reason why I got to get the gab, the silver tongue, is because David Mack, an issue of David Mack's Daredevil, number 9, first appearance of Echo. Yes, it's blowing up on the back market, but there's a scene in there where Matt Murdock, the pimp of the Marvel Universe, in his Matt Murdock identity, he's like, well, if I play up the blindest actor, I can get some pussy out of this girl after the movie. And I was like, well, if Daredevil's doing it, then I'm gonna go to the bar and start talking to girls. And I started making friends for the first time in my life. And I met this girl named Jenna. Hey Jenna, how you doing? From the first time I met Jenna, she had blonde hair, blue eyes, big breasts. I'm gonna say breasts because I haven't seen it heard from her in about 20 years, and fuck it, this is Awesome Sauce Radio. She had blonde hair, blue eyes, big tits, nice thighs, and she had the most beautiful personality. And I fell head over heels You know, it was my Mary Jane Watson, they said, Tiger, you just hit the jackpot moment. And, you know, I mean, I had it all planned out. You know, I was gonna open up a strip club with a comic book store inside, and there's gonna be pornos being made, and I was gonna marry this girl. With the most, because Jenna had the most beautiful smile, and you know, we had this little code word where she would come, she would go beep beep like the road runner. And I know I wrote a screenplay about a relationship. If you go back, say in the early days of this podcast, when I was doing episodes on a daily basis. You know, I had one of my screen reader to read the whole thing. You know, I might actually just pay someone to read that whole script. Now that I'm thinking about it, just to put it out there. Why don't I call it Whitney and or Dakota or someone would charge me for that? But you know, yeah. And we became very, very fast friends. And then it was like 2 days after 9/11, which I can't believe that's going to be 20 years in September. I was really, really down in the dumps, and I was crying my ass out in the lobby. I was in McNulty Hall. Now that's what it is. You forget me. Like I said, my memory is photographic as shit, but it's not that fucking photographic. But you know, yeah, we talked for hours upon hours. I know right there I wanted to spend the rest of my life with this girl. But you know, there's an old proverb, maybe Yiddish. I just recently heard it from a rabbi. Man plans and God laughs. You know, because like a week later, or maybe a month later, something like that, we watched Spider-Man. I showed her the Spider-Man animated series, and she said Spider-Man was hot. And we sat on my bed and you know just cuddled and we drank Pepsi because Pepsi rules. Well, Red Bull's the drink of the gods. It's big pimpin', gives the body wings, no doubt. But Pepsi's pretty sweet too. And you know, everything was blossoming. But she just loved me as a friend, and I was still very immature. And at that point in my life, I didn't have acceptance of my mutant powers, my blindness yet. So, you know, she eventually became the girl that got away. You know, but I made a lot of other friends. You know, Jessica and Matt. So many memories. I'm not going to embarrass with stories, but, you know, Jenna taught me love. And Jenna, I want to say thank you. You may never hear this, but I just want to say thank you for that time. Thank you, because without knowing you, I would never have written my first script called Blind Love, which will most likely never see the light of day in any professional level outside of this podcast. You know, without that final year of college, there is no me going on Howard Stern and losing my virginity to Rebecca Love and Caressa Kisses. And without that, I have no career in adult entertainment or stand-up comedy or this podcast. You know, without McNulty Hall, without Jessica and Matt and Jen, Kelly and Josh and an entire university behind me. whole moral of the story is dare. Dare to dream. Take risks. Take the chance and live your life. Because one of the greatest adventures I had for 2.5 years was Johnson & Wales University. And it's because I learned there that you don't need sight to have a vision. And as long as you have the will away, I believe in a higher power. You ask, you believe. You get in, you put in, you get out. You put in, you reap the fruits of your rewards, and you just kick ass. You take names, you pimp wars, you game team. And it's how it rolls. So just if you're shy, force yourself to make friends. Go just. What's the worst they're gonna say? No. If you're blind and visually impaired, you have a 50-50 chance of getting hit by a car every time you cross the street. What? A girl with blonde hair, blue eyes, big tits, nice thighs. Her saying no to you or go away. Play it up. If you're a visually impaired college kid, ask for extra help every chance you get just to have an excuse to talk to someone. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to embarrass yourself. I'm gonna quote some wisdom from the Joker. The Joker. Batman. Mad Love. Written by Bruce Timm and Paul Dini. Origin of Harley Quinn. One of the greatest comics and animated episodes of all motherfucking time. The hardest part of being a comedian is you have to take punches and shots to people who don't get the joke. But if you don't tell the joke, you'll never know if you land that punch or not. Wayne Gretzky said, the only shot you miss is the one you never take. Take the fucking shot. Because 20 years ago, I decided I wanted to be the comic book and porn guy. And yes, there's been some bumps along the way. 9 years ago, like in a couple weeks, I lost my best friend in the world. God rest my grandmother's soul, Mary J. DeAngelis. I had to take some time off for rehabilitation reasons, for blindness skills and other shit. Been through hell and back, up to the penthouse and down that shithouse, but I want to trade it for the world. Because I have you, my awesome sauce family, through two of the greatest networks I have the pleasure of doing content with, Demon Seed Radio and Comic Crusaders, and I love you all. And I say this Passover, find your Egypt and free yourself from it. This year I'm not sure what my Egypt is, but in a way I think I do now. I'm going to take a sip of Pepsi. Just want Pepsi. Amazon, how much time is left on the timer?
You have 36 minutes left on your 1-hour timer.
But take a chance. Dream. Remember, you don't need sight to have a vision. It's not what happens to you, it's what you do about it. And this is motherfucking America. The greatest country on God's green earth where the streets are paved with gold. This is the only country in the world where you can take nothing and make something. That's all you need is a dollar, a dream, a will, a way. And let nothing stop you. Like a supervillain. Be a supervillain with a heart of gold. I fucked it up. You fucked up. You fucked up. You fucked up. You fucked up. Yeah. Um, be a supervillain with a heart of gold. Be too hot to handle, too cold to hold. One keep one foot in the gutter, one fist in the gold. Go boom, 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 shoom, 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 boom, 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 shoom, shoom, boom. Bigger, bigger, bang, go. But yeah, I just found out that through the grace of God that she's happily married, has kids. I didn't ask what she was doing for a living, but it doesn't matter. I just want to get Jenna, Jess, Matt, Kelly, Josh, everyone who was in McNulty Hall that year, who helped me become everything I am today. Thank you. Thank you for helping me overcome every obstacle. And I will not stop on behalf of all of you all. I will be the first blind person to have an A the end. And I will finally have that comic book store / strip club and be the comic book and poor guy, because 20 years later I still love you all. Peace. We're gonna play something and then we're gonna shift gears, but remember, live your life, chase the dream, take the chance. Just life is beautiful, and you're only as trapped as you feel. Amazon, how much time is left on the timer?
You have 32 minutes left on your 1-hour timer.
Thank you. Alright, I just played the 66 Captain America theme song. You know what? Which means we're gonna... Spoilers! 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 Spoil comics! Spoilers! Aha! Oh boy! We're gonna spoil Winter Soldier! Aha! On my network! Aha! Oh boy! We're talking about Winter Soldier. Subscribe to Disney Plus. Aha! It's your boy Mickey Mouse on Also Sauce Radio. Aha! Oh boy! Take it away, Adam. Aha! And subscribe to Disney Plus, bitches. Aha! Oh boy! Well, Marvel on Disney Plus is firing in all cylinders. Falcon Winter Soldier, those 2 episodes are amazing. Just phenomenal. Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Shaw, their chemistry is Bucky Barnes and the Falcon are amazing. This takes place like immediately after Avengers Endgame, where I think WandaVision takes place after a few months. And I'm not going to spoil this too badly, but I love what they're doing with the Bucky arc. they're making him really redeemable. I like the fact that they brought in Dr. Reinhardt, who first appears in Captain America number 126. And ironically, in Cap 127, I believe it is the first time that the Falcon wears the Captain America costume, because Steve was framed for something. And all the therapy sessions between Reinhardt and Bucky are amazing. And they're still trying to give him his free. He's got his free will back, but they're trying to make sure he doesn't go off the deep end and start killing motherfuckers left and right. It's the Winter Soldier again. I love the fact that they referenced White Wolf from Black Panther. Getting laid by playing Drunken Battleship is something I'm gonna have to try. I have to make a mini video about that. I forget his first name, but the Risto kid who's playing John Walker, aka the U.S. agent, the Super Patriot, who first appears in Cap 323, becomes Captain America in 332 and 333, and then becomes a U.S. agent in 354. And his sidekick, who becomes a Bucky, or a Bucky ripoff in Cap 345. It's nice to see Mark Grillenwald's work. And Mark Grillenwald, there's 4 areas of Captain America comics that are just amazing. Ed Brubaker and Steve Epting, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, Just Simon and Jack Kirby, Mark Grillenwald. There's runners-ups. There's a lot of runner-up stuff. There's the Mark Waid, Ron Goring stuff in Heroes Returns. But this show takes its cues from Mark Grillenwald, Ed Brubaker, and a lot of Stan Lee and Jack Kirby stuff. Flag Smashers is amazing. I think you're going to have to make this Carly chick, the daughter, maybe, of the comic book version of Flag Smasher, Captain America 312. I mean, if they had any type of real synergy, since there's a rumor of Madcap being in a Deadpool 3. Cap 307. It's blowing up. I would love it if they would, instead of, you would get a cameo from Cynthia, Sin, Mother Superior, Captain America 290, Red Skull's daughter. Then you can bring back Crossbones. We're getting Sharon Carter. I love the second episode with that fight scene in Germany. Poor Red Ring, when Red Ring gets destroyed by Carly, the Flag Smasher. And she just snaps Red Ring in half over her knee. And like Bucky, he's like, I always wanted to do that. This is just, like I said, I like this more than I like WandaVision. But then again, I've been a Captain America fan, a Cap fan since I was the first comic book I read. I was in the hospital because I had severe asthma as a kid, and I just got this. And I almost died at the age of maybe 10, 11. I had oxygen tanks, and I was hooked up to tubes and the whole fucking nine. And my Uncle Mark, who I love very dearly, introduced me to comic books. And the first Captain America I ever read was I think it's 298. It retells the entire origin of the Red Skull, and it's around the time of Cap 300. I fell in love with it. I fell in love with it. And I was still just a casual comic book reader. I didn't get hooked till about 2 years later, when after I got diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa, and Katie, God rest her soul, showed me Daredevil 168. First Electra Frank Miller, and once again, just like with Jenna and Johnson and Wells and Foxy Lady, and I guess my cousin Neil has a very good point. Miss you, Neil. Miss you, Dorothy. I hope they're back up in Vegas sometime soon. One moment in time does change everything. One moment in time changes everything. Whether it was me reading that Cap 298 or discovering that there was a blind superhero in Daredevil 168, whether it was... I was still a cigarette smoker at that point, so I think I may have initially met Jenna by asking her if she had a cigarette or a lighter I could use. That's how I met like 50% of people in college. I've since quit smoking. The Philip Morris Corporation gets no more of my motherfucking money. That's more dollars to PepsiCo. I'm gonna buy a share of Pepsi stock through Robinhood because it's motherfucking America. Yeah. And then of course I discovered those Grace Lawrence 1960s Marvel cartoons, and the first one of those I watched was The Origin of Captain America, and the animation just sucks dick. It's horrible. They're basically just cut out Tales of Suspense comics. Anything from Tales of Suspense 63 up to maybe Captain America 110, because they did do the sleepers. Mixed in with some Avengers 4 through 7. And of course Avengers 16 through 20 something. Because they did that whole, Avengers 16, Hawkeye, Quicksilver, Scarlet. It's the first animated version of Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, and Hawkeye. There was they did Iron Man, Cliffs of Doom. And the voice of Iron Man was John Zernan from Animal House, the dean in fucking Animal House of all things. Who would eventually voice Doctor Strange, Thunderbolt Ross, and Rupert Thorne in Batman. They did Cliffs of Doom, which is Tales of Suspense 58. Second appearance of Kraven the Hunter, and the second appearance of Chameleon. Phenomenal Jack Kirby cover, and there is a beautiful, don't know why they didn't make it the slipcase for Captain America Civil War for the DVD, but there is a beautiful Alex Ross print of Tales of Suspense 58. But Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Shaw, and Wayne or Wyatt Russell, who's playing John Walker, And whoever's playing Joaquin, the kid who's going to become the new Falcon, it's I mean, if I had to pick 5 comic book based TV shows right now, it would be Invincible, and this is in no particular order. It'd be Invincible, Falcon Winter Soldier, Riverdale. That's Archie's all about pussy. Chasing Amy, yo. Superman and Lois. And, you know, last, even though I don't know where they're really going this season, I'm still loving the Flash. It looks like they're going to be using the other forces, like the Stealth Force and the Strength Force and all that. You know, Flash is all over the map this season. And then my runner-up, there's just, but every time you make a top five list like that now, there's something new. Amazon, how much time is left on the timer?
You have 18 minutes left on your 1 hour timer.
Pepsi time. We got Pepsi. How's Pepsi rules? I hit the with the whistle, and we are back. This is Awesome Sauce Radio. You're listening to us on Demon Seed Radio, www.demonseedradio.com. You can also catch us on SoundCloud / Awesome Sauce, YouTube / Awesome Sauce Radio, presented by Blind Adam. We're also on Minivids, MANYVIDS / Blind Adam. eBay / Blind Adam, Twitter at The Comic Pimp, Instagram at Comic Pimp VIP. You can also email me, send me an email at comicpimpvip, COMICPIMPVIP at Gmail. You can always leave a voicemail at 201-675-2104. My buddy Mark from Calamity Collectibles and I will be set up at the April 11th Wayne Comic Book Expo, 140 Route 23 North, Pompton Plains, New Jersey, for 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you have any collectibles you want to sell us, we're always buying, especially if you have Donny Cates books. Especially if you have original art. But we're always wheeling, dealing. Woo! At www.njcomicbookshows.com. I have some things by tomorrow I'll have confirmed. Still getting back to normal. Like I said, this has been one hell of a year. I wish everyone prosperity, everyone peace, everyone love. I wish everyone good health. And you know, remember, you don't need sight to have a vision. It's not what happens to you, it's what you do about it. There are no limits except for the limits you put amongst yourself, so please be limitless. Chase the dream. Keep one foot in the gutter, one fist in the gold. Be too hot to handle, be too cold to hold. I wish you all an abundant, prosperous rest of the Passover holiday. I wish everyone a happy Easter. Don't eat too much candy. Those Reese's peanut butter eggs are addictive as all hell. I think they put drugs in the peanut butter cups. Can I confirm or deny that though? Want to, give Jessica and Matt, want to give you guys a shout out. I thank you guys for the grace of God coming back into my life. I want to give, please check out Key Collector Comics, www.keycollectorcomics.com. $1.99 a month, $20 a year. Really great app if you want to get knowledge from the comic book game, especially if you're just getting into collecting, say from Falcon Winter Soldier or show, or you want to figure out what's worth money, what's not worth money. Are they perfect? Fuck no. Does Nick put in a ton of work? Fuck yeah. Tell him Blind Adam sent you. 3 week, Blind Adam, all one word, all lowercase. Want to give a shout out to my homies over at Bad Dragon, www.bad-dragon.com. You need to spice your love life up. Between the sheets, need toys. Bad Dragon's got all the toys. They got cock rings, because hey, the cockadoo. They got wabbits. They got watachis, wands. They got all sorts of handcuffs, outfits, mugs, and they got it. Just go to www.bad-dragon.com. Tell them why not to send you and check out their selection. They're awesome. Love you guys. When strip clubs come back, and hopefully we'll be back by the end of the year, always check out Sapphire's Gentlemen's Club, 333 East 60th, between 10th and 11th Avenues. They're awesome and amazing. Tell them Blind Adam sent you. Bird is the word. Bird City Comics. Serving up great comic book deals in bird shit. I want bird shit. Anthony, Laura, can I please get bird shit? But check out, they have a beautiful Greg Horn punchline variant. I think they have another Omega Hutchinson variant on the way somewhere. They got that John by Myers Joker #1. www.birdcitycomics.com. This one's 3 guys. We're gonna talk. www.birdcitycomics.com. Love you guys. We're gonna make some deals and make the money, yeah, money, yeah. Motherfucking
Apple
money.
ID verification.
What the fuck is that shit? Hang on a minute.
Enter the password from a commit visit icon. Not now. Button.
Damn right, not now. Hey, Tucker. Sometimes the adaptive technology for the blind could just really fuck with you. Amazon, how much time is left on the timer? Amazon, how much time is left on the timer? Amazon, you sloppy bitch. How much time is left on the timer? Amazon, how much time is left on the timer?
You have 10 minutes left on your 1 hour timer.
Oh, I have 10 minutes left. Blah, 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 blah. Whoopie do. Piece of shit. Excuse me. Alright, that's not gonna work. Yes, sir. That. I think all the batteries are here, maybe? I'm fucking around digital recorders. So. And, alright, so nothing in that. Never mind. I thought I had some clips or something I could play through other digital recorders. You know, I really do love you guys, and I thank you for this last year for helping me get through the pandemic. I hope you guys are vaccinated. You know, please. There's someone I know in Gustatha, Mr. Thiel. Rest in peace in the kingdom of our Heavenly Father and Creator, ruler of the universe. You know, thank you for being a great blessing on the New York City area comic book community. We're going to miss you. We love you. And we will help Natalie out the best we can. Love you, brother. If you have someone that you love, even if it's just an acquaintance that you see once every now and then.
Discord. Now. Me6. Hashtag Comic Crusaders article links. Comic Crusader. Take picture. Button.
Tell them how much they mean to you. If you have a friend or a family member, give them a hug. It's COVID, so you can't give them a hug, but say, hey man, thank you. I love you. Thank you for being a friend. You never know when that last time's going to be. The most important lesson I learned all week is nothing is random. That song, it's a small world after all. I learned it truly is a small world. And, you know, always be kind, always be polite. But never miss an opportunity to tell people what they mean to you, because you never know when, you know, God is going to pull your number to go home to heaven. When it's time for you to return your body to the body that God has given you back to Him. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Time in this plane of existence is limited, has its clock. So if you have a goal, go reach it. If you have a dream, turn it into reality. If you have something you want to do, the best time to start is now, motherfuckers. You know, you don't need sight to have a vision. It's not what happens to you, it's what you do about it. And let's get everyone paid, laid, and made, because that's what we do here on Awesome Sauce Radio. Use the force. Keep your pimp strong. Ask, believe. And you know what the most difficult step you need to take is? It's the first step. The most difficult step in life is the first step. All the other steps is you take one tiny, weensy, little step. No matter. And there's a saying in recovery. Keep it simple, shithead. Keep it simple, sweetheart. Keep it simple. And be kind to yourself. Take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be able to take care of anybody else. If you want to become a good pimp, you must first become a good hoe. Because remember, for every pimp there's a whore. For every dollar there's a wallet. For every rock there's a pipe. For every dollar there's a wallet. For every bag there's a board. For every dick there's a pussy. Everything has something that complements it. Everything has its proper place in the universe. And without that one thing, nothing else will work. So we all have our purpose. We're all God's children. And we're all here to do something special. Remember, pay for your porn. Pay for your content. Tip the girls, because the girls here work for tips and tips alone. Be kind, rewind. Shalom. Peace. I love you guys very much. You guys are the greatest blessing I have. I'd like to thank Demon Seed Radio, www.demonseedradio.com. Please listen, check them out, listen to all the other great shows. Go check out Comic Crusaders, www.comiccrusaders.com. Amazing articles. Amazing group of guys. I love you, Al. I love you, Bobby. I thank you guys for letting me be a member of the Demon Seed Radio family and a member of the Comic Crusaders family. And that's the whole thing. Is there anyone in this last year who feels alone? Who feels isolated and has no one? I hope this radio show is at least putting a laugh and a smile on your face. If no one has said that they love you today, I love you. Remember, you're always worth it. And you matter. So just hang in there. This too shall pass. And we are going to kick this virus's ass back to where it came from. Amazon, how much time is left on our timer?
You have 4 minutes left on your 1 hour timer.
Check on your neighbors. If there's an elderly neighbor you haven't seen in a while, especially in this last year, knock on the door. See if they're alright. See if they need anything. Especially during this Holy Week. Or the next two weeks. With Passover and Easter and the week after Easter, which are all Holy Weeks on both the Jewish and Catholic calendars. Check, one of the commandments is love thy neighbor. So let's do what the Bible says. And just check on our neighbors. See if there's someone you're used to seeing in your neighborhood, especially if they're elderly or disabled. Knock on the door and be, hey man, you alright? You need anything? Or just, hey, how you doing? As Zeke the Cat says, it never hurts to help. Bitches! Keep one foot in the gutter, one fist in the gold. Be too hot to handle, be too cold to hold. Be bold. Live your life. You don't need sight to have a vision. It's not what happens to you, it's what you do about it. Remember, that's all we need is just one Red Bull, just one Pepsi. Blowjobs are a gift from God. Well, yeah. Because sex workers are angels, sent from heaven, doing God's work. They bring joy to the joyless, hope to the helpless, take away unwanted semen, and put smiles on lonely people's faces. Testa. Amazon, how much time is left on the timer? Amazon, how much time is left on my timer? Amazon, you sloppy bitch. How much time is left on my timer? Amazon, how much time is left on my timer?
You have 1 minute and 10 seconds left on your 1 hour timer.
1 minute, 10 cents. That's the bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit to you. Bullshit to you. Bullshit to you. Bullshit to me. We got bullshit. We got bunches of bullshit. Shit. Shit. Awesome Salt Radio. Kumbaya, my lord. Oh, kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord. Oh, kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord. Oh, kumbaya. Oh, Lord. Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord. Oh, kumbaya. just remember there's like, you know, some of my ex-chorus teachers from high school and junior high, you know, got a copy of this and be like, he never quit singing that stupid fat blind fuck. We should. I love you all, blind Adam out. Amazon, stop.
Stop recording video. Button.